This is ABC 27 News at Sunrise.
Coming up on ABC 27 News at Sunrise, an interview for every parent to listen about back-to-school lice prevention tips. A lice expert will join us live in the studio with what parents need to know to keep your kids lice-free and what to do if your kid gets lice. Next, stay with us. Well, September is Head Lice Prevention Month, and with students now back in school, it's important for parents to be aware of the risk their children have to contract head lice. Well, joining us this morning to talk all about it is lice expert Reza Brosh. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
So first of all, talk with us about how you became a lice expert and why you got into this.
Well, it's kind of a crazy story. I was a stand-up comic for many years, and my husband's family owns a children's salon in New York, and they noticed that a lot of kids were coming in with head lice, and they did a lot of research and found that there's nothing out there that could prevent it. So we started doing lots of research and did some studies and found that rosemary oil, citronella, tea tree, lavender, all these great fragrances, lice don't like the smell of, so they stay away. So we made a great shampoo and a conditioner and a spray, and we just started selling our products, and word of mouth has really just taken off, and lo and behold, here I am, the fairy tales lice lady.
Well, tell us about some of the facts about lice, particularly maybe the like in the school setting.
Sure. Well, we like to tell our parents, just be very careful. Do some of the, obvious things. Don't share any hats. Don't share combs or brushes or hair ties. Little princess parties where little girls like to put on the costumes and the crowns. Make sure they're wiped down afterwards. Just get an alcohol cloth and wipe them down. A live bug can live off the head for 24 to 36 hours.
Wow.
So it can reinfest a child. Little boys, when they're playing baseball, Little League, if you can't get your child their own helmet, again, wipe it down with an alcohol, based wipe, and, do weekly head checks. That's our biggest tip that we like to tell our parents. Get a metal comb and do a weekly head check. And then you can use products. That's the Fairy Tales Term Comb. It's amazing. It gets the tiniest of the little nits out. You can also use the products every day. We always like to say, a spray a day keeps the lice away. The rosemary spray should be used in the morning. You spray the back of the ears, the top of the shoulders, behind the neck. Those are the hot spots because the lice like to go there. It's nice and warm. So that's where they go to lay their eggs.
And for parents, it's important to kind of be proactive because I guess the no nits policy was revoked in schools.
Yes,
is that correct?
It was. Yes, it was. And Fairy Tales did a study, and we found that over 90% of school nurses actually agree with it, saying that it's okay for children to come into the school with nits, not live bugs, just the nits.
The nits are the eggs.
Okay. But however, the mothers, while they might understand the concept, they don't agree with it whatsoever, and they just don't like it. So even more reason now to be proactive and really focus on prevention.
Some of the symptoms, I guess you could say, to be able to see, okay, maybe I think my child might have lice.
Scratching. You'll see your child scratch, again, in those hot spots, usually behind the ears or the back of the neck. And then, really, if you look at the very part line of the hair, because they live about 1/4 of an inch from the top of the head. So while you're, playing with your child or just combing their hair in the morning, just give a little look and look at the part lines, and you'll see little spots. They're tiny, like little pinheads when they're nits.
And what should a parent do if they know that their kid has lice? Obviously need to be taken out of school.
Yes.
What are some of the things they need to do?
Get a nice bottle of wine.
Okay.
That's what we tell our moms. Relax, take a deep breath. There's a lot of other things out there that are way worse than head lice. Lice do not cause disease. It's just a nuisance. It will disrupt your life, but it's just a nuisance. So we say pour a nice glass of wine, put your child in front of a movie, get a nice bowl of popcorn, and go through with a fine-tooth comb like the Term Comb, and use a natural product. There's this whole new generation of products out there that don't contain any chemicals or pesticides. They actually use enzymes. And enzymes are really cool. They actually break down the body of a live bug, and it dissolves that glue that the nits stick to the hair shaft with.
So these natural things that can help.
Absolutely.
And for more information on the Fairy Tales Hair Care and helpful lice prevention tips, you can visit the website www.fairytaleshaircare. There we go. .com. Reza, thank you for joining us
Thanks
this morning.
for having me.
To see this interview again, head to our website, WTXL.tv. We're back after the break. Stay with us.